Hi everybody and welcome to the 52 Cafe. Today I have a special trick for you, especially if you're an Harry Potter fan just like me. We'll see how Dobby the magic elf can make Harry and his friends mysteriously escape from the one and only Lord Voldemort. So if you want to see how, grab a seat and let's start. As I'm spreading the cards, just stop the back of any of these. Let's say this one right here. See what you've picked. Keep it there for a second because I'm feeling some dark and obscure vibrations from this card. So let's find out. Oh, I was right, you just picked the Dark Lord itself. If you remember from the movies or from the books, he was always trying to catch Harry. You see, with his dark power, just by tapping the back of these cards, he can find Harry, but not only, also Hermione and Ron. Stop. But how can our three friends now escape from the Dark Lord itself? Well, they need the help of their friend Dobby. And see, he can make our three friends disappear simply by snapping his fingers. So watch closely as Ron, Hermione and Harry now disappear in a snap of a finger. They are all three gone, far, far away from the Dark Lord. And see what happens if the Dark Lord itself tries again to tap the back of these cards. He would see that they are all three gone. Indeed, also Dobby goes inside the deck, just like this, far, far away. If we get a close look at the deck, he and our three friends are completely gone. But see, if we snap our fingers, just like Dobby did, and spread the deck, we can find Dobby alongside Harry, Ron and Hermione. So guys, to do this trick there are a lot of things going on at the same time, so let's go through them one by one. So first of all, what you're going to do is to have the three cards that are going to vanish on the top of the deck. Second step is to force any card to the spectator. So what I did in the performance is to, for the sake of the story, is to do a spread call force. But really, you can do any force that you're comfortable with, like a riffle force, or you can do a dribble force, really any force that you like. The third step is to display actually these three cards. So finding a way in the story in which this card is going to find all the three. So what I did in the performance was an overhand shuffle that retained the top stock of the deck. So you start by shuffling the top stock of the deck, then you in-jog the next one, shuffle off all the rest, then push below the in-jogged card and place everything on top. This gives the spectator the idea that the cards are mixed and that this card is impossible to find the three cards, right? Simply by tapping the back of this deck. But indeed, if this card taps the back of these cards, he can find our three cards, right? The next step, while you're talking, what you're gonna do is to pinky count three cards, all right? So now you have a pinky break below the top three cards. What you're gonna do next is to use the Joker, Dobby in this case, to scoop up these three cards right here, place it in your hand, just like this, with the thumb resting on the lower end of the deck, and the middle ring and pinky finger resting here in this shorter edge. Then you place everything on top and basically cut at the break. All right, so now you have a 7-card packet in your left hand. What I did in the performance to make this card vanish is to slide it one by one, just like this, and then place the rest on top. What this is doing is placing 3 different cards on top of our 3 cards. All right. Then what you're gonna say is that by simply snapping the finger, our 3 friends are all gone, and while placing these cards on the table, you again pinky count 3 cards, this time below the original 3 cards, all right? Then you take the Joker, Dobby in our case, and place it back on top. Now cut again on the break, so this time now in your left hand you have a 4-card packet, right? Then you draw the attention to the spectator and say, well, let's see if this card can now find the 3 cards. And indeed what you're gonna do, tap again, just like this, and reveal that these are 3 indifferent cards. So then you say, watch closely as the Joker is vanishing inside the deck. You simply cut the deck, just like this. And then a nice subtlety here is that you start spreading the cards, and then as you come closer to the 4 card packet, you block push a higher number of cards, and this gives the spectator the idea that the cards are really gone, and then you spread all the rest. Then, as the last step to close the trick, you say, as Dobby did, we snap our fingers, then you spread the deck and reveal that our 3 before vanished cards are right here. To do this trick, guys, you can really build up any story that you like. So, for example, you can use 2 queens and say they are 2 sisters trying to escape from an evil king, and you can use an ace as a magical creature that saves them. You can really build up any sort of story that comes to your mind. And last thing I want to say is that I know this trick is a little bit sleight of hand intensive, and if you want me to do a specific video, for example on forces, feel free to type it in the comments and I'll do my best. Now that you know the secret, go and share it with all the Harry Potter fans out there. I'm sure they're gonna love it. So thank you for staying with me here at the 52 Cafe. I'll see you next time.